Thank you for watching my video. Seriously, thank you. You could have watched a million other videos, but you chose mine. If you enjoyed what you saw at the end, please consider subscribing and liking this video, if you think I deserve it. I'll be uploading more videos in the future. Maybe even share it with a friend that may like it as much as you did. Now, let's get into the video. What makes Fate Apocrypha so good? What makes a story so captivating? Part of what makes Fate Apocrypha so good is the occurring themes of ancient forms of storytelling: order, chaos, good, evil, love, hate, sin, greed. These are core aspects of human life and storytelling. We have an uncanny ability to understand complex storytelling even if we're unaware of what we are comprehending. Today, I break down the key themes and archetypes and the characters that represent them in Fate Apocrypha. I hope you enjoy it. I'll begin by going over the most crucial characters in terms of the core story and the archetype they represent. Amakusa Shiro Tokisada represents chaos. Jeanne d'Arc represents order. Sieg represents the good of humanity. The dragon Fafnir represents the shadow self and evil. The Greater Grail represents potentiality. Amakusa Shiro Tokisada is the archetype of chaos. He wishes for the salvation of humanity. He desires to save humanity from itself, essentially. Amakusa's solution is the dissolution of humanity in its current form. Destruction is necessary for creation, either metaphorically or literally. Out of chaos, order rises. Then order becomes so oppressive it sinks back into chaos again, and the cycle repeats. In some ways, order and chaos are all there is. There is even a theory that nature selected for two hemispheres within the human brain precisely because one half deals with the chaos in the world and the other with the order. Amakusa plans to send the world into chaos to save humanity from suffering permanently. Humans with their spiritual evolution cannot be trusted. He wishes to skip a few steps and speed the whole process up. He plans to make all of humanity immortal. That is Amakusa Tokisada's agenda. There are parallels between Amakusa and the dragon Fafnir, often conflated chaos and evil, but they are not mutually exclusive. Metaphorically, Amakusa is chaos, and Fafnir is a representation of evil. Amakusa is the mechanism, the catalyst. Jeanne d'Arc represents order. She is the opposite of Amakusa. She posits that humanity is not yet ready to end suffering, or it would have already come to pass. Not only is humanity not ready, but when it is, we can reach salvation on our own. She cannot allow Amakusa's wish to come true. In the context of history, human beings have always strived to escape the chaos that has plagued us. We build walls to keep the unknown at bay. We create sacred laws to keep each other on the right paths. We constantly invent new things to make our lives better. Humanity has a history of thousands of years improving themselves and the world, all done through some means of order. There are no shortcuts to salvation. And even if there were through some divine intervention, it wouldn't be the salvation of our own making, and therefore would forfeit our free will. Sieg represents the good of humanity. A being born innocent like every human, he is blissfully unaware of the nature of the world. He awakens to find himself in the middle of chaos. Sieg is eventually saved by Siegfried and mentored by Jeanne d'Arc. Isn't it interesting that Jeanne d'Arc, who represents order, mentors Sieg? Order guides the good of humanity. Such is the necessity of order. The Greater Grail represents potentiality, or perhaps more precisely, the latent potentiality of humankind. Potentiality is a possibility of something happening. When causality meets potentiality, something does happen. Depending on the catalyst, that can either be born of order or chaos. The Greater Grail's use would unleash humanity's latent potential. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Stop the video here if you would like to watch Fate Apocrypha. Ultimately, Amakusa gains the upper hand and commands the Greater Grail to grant his wish. The effect of his wish isn't made clear in the show, but he uses all of the Greater Grail's magical powers. Amakusa and Sieg square off in one final battle to the death. With Frankenstein's power and Siegfried's heart, Sieg overpowers Amakusa and wins. Sieg asks the Grail's avatar if he can undo Amakusa's wish. However, the Grail does not have enough magical power left. Then, in an incredible act of selflessness, Sieg asks one more question. Does the Grail have enough magic energy left to transform him into the dragon Fafnir? The Grail grants his wish. Sieg takes the form of Fafnir and takes the Greater Grail to another realm, where its magic cannot affect humanity. the reverse side of the world as it's called. In this realm, Jeanne d'Arc finds Sieg, confesses her love for him, and vows never to leave his side. Sieg voluntarily takes on the form of his shadow side to save the world. This act is a powerful metaphor. We must all strive to be in touch with our shadow selves. To fight evil, good people must be strong enough. A weak man is not necessarily a good man. A weak woman is not necessarily a good woman. We must all be the dragon. And we must choose to use it for good, for order. Sieg takes the Grail from the world. In doing so, he takes immortality away from humanity. If we lived forever, what would be the point of making ourselves and the world better? Death is that which motivates. Order is what keeps us from devolving into nihilism and evil. We must be strong enough to use our shadow side when the world needs good people to be capable enough to defeat evil. Thanks for watching.